Hello everyone, my name is Jos and I'm the CEO at Remio. Today I'm going to do a quick introduction of Remio for business teams. So the first thing that happens when teams enter Remio is that they spawn in this area that you can see here. So everyone spawns in front of the mirror and they get a chance to customize their avatar. On the computer, we'll quickly show you what it looks like to customize your avatar. So there you can see an item with some of the swag. So there's a Netflix logo and another logo. And you can choose anything from glasses and hair, etc. All right. So then after people have chosen their avatar, they typically come over here to the basketball area or the casual social area. This is also where people will filter in before you do any meetings in VR. And basically, it's a space where people can get used to the physics of VR and just hang around while they chat about stuff. Yes, first shot. And there's also other things like frisbees, dice, ducks, and the little basketball arcade you can see over there, and golf sticks behind you over there. So just a nice little area to socialize. And then the next section where people typically spend a lot of time is here at the whiteboards. So you can see there's two whiteboards here. I'll focus on this one on the left, which is the Kanban whiteboard. So if you enter this space, you can quickly see that it shows you some column titles and you can create quick tickets. Let me create one. And then you can move these tickets around and draw on the board as you would in real life. The really nice thing you can also do in VR is you can actually draw in 3D. So if you move away from the board, you can just draw any object or style in 3D. So yeah, that's what people typically do for any brainstorming session or update meeting. They'll use the whiteboards. You also have a whiteboard here, and there's a couple of extra functionality. For example, you can upload images and draw on top of the images. Let me try and get one for you. So typically people upload flow diagrams or calendars. Here I have an example of a photo of the space, and you can then draw on top of that photo, for example. Alrighty. So then if we go through here, we can see the other room. So, and there's many different spaces in Remio. This is one that we call Santorini. On the sides here, we have what we call private rooms. And basically, what they do is they silo off the audio in that section. So anyone who's in that area can only be heard by people in that area. Exactly. So yeah, basically a private audio room. And these you'll find spread out throughout the Remio ecosystem or universe. Over here we have a couple of extra items. So we have bows and arrows, paintball guns, and kites. I'll show you how to throw the kite. Sorry, the paper airplane. You have the bow and arrow, and you can shoot it very much like you would in real life. And this again serves as just another place where people can casually hang out, get used to the physics of VR, and do really whatever they please. The next section we have here is the games room, and this is sort of the core experience of Remio. Basically, we have all these portals that you can see, for example, paintball, tower defense version 2, red light, green light, and the disco room, and many others. And basically what happens is if you're here as a team, you can decide on the day what activity you want to do and simply run into any of these doors and it'll teleport you to the game area where you can have fun as a team. The nice thing about all of these experiences are that they are designed to teach people or teams how to communicate better, how to lead each other, leadership skills, communication skills, all of the classical team building activities you want to do and experiences you want to have. What we see a lot of companies do is actually start off here in the conference room, which I'll show you next. So this is the conference area. Over here you can do, again, 3D drawing. You have laser pens, and you can present anything that you like on the big screen. So you can have PDFs that you share. So for example, this one. So you can present anything you like, and then also show any videos. So I'll show this one as an example. And you can see that I haven't clicked play now, but you can play any video on here as well. That's on YouTube. And basically, yeah, as I mentioned, what teams typically do, or what we found teams do on a weekly basis, is they start their meetings here, some form of business update for about 20 to 30 minutes, and then after that business update, the whole team will decide on a game to play for the day. So it's going to be, let's say, for example, paintball. They all run into paintball and play that for the next 20 to 30 minutes. And what this really helps teams do is connect on a more social level. And for remote teams, this is really the only way that they can connect and feel like they're in person while doing their job. All right, so this is the one space, as I mentioned, Santorini. I'll quickly take us to another HQ called Titan, which is a bit bigger. Hold on, 1, 2, 3. All right, so in this space is very similar to the one before. If you look straight ahead, you'll see there's a little basketball area here. If you look to that side, you'll see this is the dressing room. So this is where people can change their avatars. If you look to that side, you will see the conference room presentation canvas. It's a bit far away now, but basically all the components from Santorini are also in here. The one thing that's in here that's not in Santorini is this gallery room that I'll quickly show you. All right, so in this gallery room, you can upload any image and it will be posted on one of these inside of one of these frames. And we've seen teams use this for a lot of different use cases. So for example, one is to commemorate teammates who've done something fantastic or just funny and memorable team moments. You can upload those photos here. And then if you walk all the way through, there is actually another whiteboard at the end here. And this whiteboard reminds me of another functionality that I'll quickly show you outside. So in Remio, you also have a menu. You can open that up on the computer side quickly. And one of the core functions is spawning a whiteboard anywhere. So I'll spawn one quickly. Yeah, so you can see those two whiteboards there. So you can spawn this anywhere you want to. Some other functions that you have in your menu is you have a bunch of host controls, which basically allow you to control larger groups. So if you're the team admin or manager, you can mute other people, you can freeze them, you can regroup them, and there's a bunch of other functions you can apply to make group dynamics easier. All right, and then last thing, I will take us to the Aurora Auditorium, because that's a good place where people typically make announcements or do team updates. So let me take us there quick. All right. So this is the Aurora Auditorium. You'll see that my avatar is slightly bigger than average. This is for presentation purposes. And this room can take about 120 people at the same time. And we can actually multiply that. You can copy the speaker so you can have up to 1,000 people watching the presentation that's being presented here. And similar to the conference room that I showed earlier, you can share any presentations, any videos on the screen. What you can also do actually is do screen sharing directly from your desktop onto the screen. And that also reminds me, a lot of apps don't actually have desktop access, but Remio does. So the person actually taking a video of me right now is on the Windows app, and you can access Remio from the Windows app or from the web app from your phone or tablet or computer. So we try to make it as accessible as possible to everyone. All right, then quickly going back to the main lobby. Santorini. All right, so that completes our tour. There's a bunch of other features that I haven't shown here today. For example, you can actually customize the scene yourself. You can go into a bunch of different games and sort of customize those games as well. There's 3D hologram recordings, and note-taking. There's just a bunch of other tools, but I've shown you the gist of what teams typically do here when they do their weekly work fun meetings. But yeah, we're still releasing a lot of features and very excited about what's to come. If you have any feedback or questions, please let us know. You can email us or contact us on social media. Thanks for watching.